The next topic that we are going to begin with is the centripetal force. Well children, when the planets revolve around the sun, we do not see the planets falling on the sun. Or when the moon revolves around the earth, do we see the moon falling on the earth? Definitely not. So, let us try to understand this concept with the help of a simple activity. Take a stone and tie it to a thread. Hold one end of the thread and rotate the stone in circular direction. What do you see? The stone moves along a circular path. But as the stone takes a circular path, the direction of motion of the stone changes continuously. So, we can say that the velocity of the stone changes with time. And if the velocity changes with time, we know that the stone has acceleration, as acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Now, according to Newton's second law of motion, we know that force is directly proportional to the mass of an object. Force is also directly proportional to the acceleration. So, if the stone has acceleration, it means there is some force which is definitely acting on the stone. Now, cut the string. This is the position of the string. Suppose this is the position of the string. Now, cut the string or release the string. What will you observe? The stone will fly off in a direction which is tangent to the circle. Now, when the stone rotates along the circular path, let us say that this is the position of the stone and this is the direction of velocity of the stone. But at the next instant, we see that the stone does not move in this direction. Instead, the stone takes a change in the direction and let us say that the stone reaches at this point. Once again, the direction of velocity of the stone is along this direction. But once again, the stone does not move in this direction. Rather, it changes its direction and comes to another point. Let us say this is the new position of the stone. So now this keeps on happening at all points on the surface of the circle. So obviously, if we cut off the string or if we release the string, the stone will move in a direction in which it was tending to move at that time. That is, the stone will fly off in a direction which will be tangent to the circle. But if we do not cut the string, once again the stone will change its direction and will reach another point. Let us say the stone comes to this point. So obviously, when there is a change in the direction of velocity, there has to be some force acting on the string. And this force is directed towards the center of the circle. Here, the direction of force, this is the direction of force and this is the direction of velocity. Now, the direction of force and the direction of velocity are at right angles to each other. This force which acts perpendicular or at right angles to the direction of velocity has a name, and the name of that force is called centripetal force. The word centripetal has come from a Latin word centrum, meaning center, and petal meaning seeking. So centripetal force is a center seeking force which acts on the objects moving in a circular path. So, what is centripetal force? The force that acts on any object moving along a circle and directed towards the center of the circle is called as centripetal force. Centripetal force is a center seeking force. So, after learning the meaning of centripetal force, let us go back to the activity with which we started. Take a stone, tie the stone to one end of the string, take the other end of the string in your hand and rotate the string so that the stone moves along a circle. So, the questions are you applying any force on the stone? Yes, we are applying force on the stone. Now, in which direction is the force acting? Well, you are correct. The direction of the force is towards the center of the circle. How will you stop this force from acting? We can stop this force from acting either by cutting the string or by releasing the string. What will be the effect on the stone? The stone will be displaced in a direction which will be tangential to the circle.